What's up, everyone? Welcome to another greenhouse tour.
Yeah, Matt's back. Sorry if you had to suffer through just me last week, but it's the two of us out here today. Yeah. Weather has been so weird.
Yeah.
So weird. I'm wearing a winter coat because it's windy, but I've got sandals on because
it's 74 degrees out. I don't know why she has a coat on, but it is super windy.
It is. It's been weird. It's been weird.
So the onions, what I did the other day, we were out here for quite a long time doing a bunch of work in here, and what I did is I snipped off the tops, and a lot of them that were bad, I also snipped the bad ones off because I've got to try to keep these short. Cobweb. I got to try to keep these short, so my goal is to get an arch that comes up about this high. Lower the better. It probably get that high, I guess. But we're gonna see. I don't know. Everything's on back order, so it might not happen this year. We might just see how it goes through this winter. I don't know. But the onions are doing really good. I am actually surprised they're still hanging in there. How well they're hanging in there with this kind of weather going up and down as much as it has. So, and then the carrots. These are the atomic red carrots. And you can tell the frost kind of nipped at a couple of these pretty good. So, but other than that, I mean, they're still growing. They got new shoots. They're still pushing out greens. So they're doing good. And then the green peppers that Sarah snipped down the other week, they're actually, if you look in the center, oh, it's not anymore. Just a couple days ago when you looked at the center, it was still green. They're not green no more. So we're gonna see if those will come back if we leave those covered. And I do have a smaller piece of tarp that I can put sticks in and just put over that and just keep that warm at least and see if that'll come back this spring. Trial and error.
So Matt and I spent a lot of time out here a few days ago just cleaning everything up and doing some planting. Who would have thought we'd be planting in November? But right here I went ahead and planted the rest of those Paris Market carrots. It's so windy. The rest of those Paris Market carrots, they were the really short ones, and we weren't a fan. It seemed like a waste of energy to get them planted, and I had this little extra spot, so I planted all the seeds. We will not be saving seeds. I will not plant them again. And we got a few other things planted too. We are still harvesting off of these radishes, which has been really nice. The greens are still coming in great, and we've pulled a few radishes here and there from them, although it is taking longer for them to form and be ready to eat. This big open spot here, I planted a variety of carrots, so there will be a whole bunch of different types, so hopefully we can have a few come up. We're not really sure if they're going to grow and we'll be able to harvest them right away, or if we can get them covered and they'll wait through the winter and be ready to harvest in the spring. But we just figured it's worth a try. We have this open space. Let's get something planted in it.
These are the peppers that were way taller than me. And we're going to try to put plastic over just that area too if we can't get the whole tunnel covered. So Sarah planted more radishes right here. And all the ones that used to be here, that all froze. So all the pods froze and all the seeds were kind of a mush. So we just got rid of it and gave it to the chickens, which loved it. And we got eggs out of it, so it's all right. The carrots down here on the end are not doing so good. We don't know why. They're like 3 inches tall. I don't know if they're stunted from the lighting and stuff at this time of year or what, but everything else seems to be growing, so I don't know what's with those, but we're gonna let them go and see what happens, and it's all you can do, right? So our celery is doing really good still. It actually, I was surprised during the really cold times that it stayed like this and stayed green, and only a little bit of the leaves, on some of the leaves, the tips got burnt, but other than that, they're doing great. And then the lettuce, I'm really liking the lettuce. The looks of it so far, I really want to taste it. It looks like the stuff on the left here is plenty big enough for us to harvest some, and we took some chicken out, so we're gonna be having some chicken salad. Excited for that. We love growing our own lettuce. We go through a lot of lettuce when we have it. It's a lot better than the store.
Speaking of going through a lot of lettuce, we planted this whole open area where we had bush beans with greens. A few varieties. I planted some iceberg lettuce in here. I planted some butter crunch lettuce. For the first time, we're going to be growing mustard greens, and I'm not really sure what they're going to taste like because I've never had them before. We did try planting some radicchio down at the end of this bed, and I don't believe it ever came up. We kind of had some weeds and weren't sure if that was it or not, but I don't think it was. So I did try planting a few more to see if they'd come up, and it might have just been that it was either too hot or too cold in here for it. I'm not sure. Maybe a bug got the seeds. I only planted a couple. And then in the rest of this big open spot, I planted our first ever seeds that we have saved. It was from some spinach that we saved earlier in the year, Norfolk spinach. And so it's kind of like a bigger leafy spinach. And right past that is all of our baby spinach that's doing amazing.
So there you go. Some might say that we should not have planted anything
No.
because of the sun and the way that it's going on. But again, this is all trial and error for us, so might as well try it. I mean, what's the worst case scenario? You lose some seeds, or do they stay dormant and they plant next year or grow in the spring?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because we're at the beginning of November, mid-November probably. No, where are we at? I don't know. It's November.
It's November, second week November or whatever.
All right, so we're in November, and we have baby spinach growing in our greenhouse that we've been harvesting, that we've been eating. And I don't think I would have assumed that was within the realm of our possibilities of an unheated greenhouse. So I'm glad we tried. I'm glad we planted it, and it's helping us eat healthier right now in a time where we're kind of used to depending on the store or what we've saved.
Yep.
So it's been good.
There is some things I'm gonna do to the greenhouse, and I'll have it in some videos, probably on a Tuesday or a Thursday vlog video. And I'm gonna seal up the sides, and I'll bring you guys along with that too. And I'll show what I'm gonna do there and what the plans I have. So, and that should help seal this all off for this winter.
Insulate.
Yeah.
Insulate.
So, well, not technically insulate, but sealing it off to hold the heat in. So,
Insulate. No?
If you guys like the video and like the content,
be sure to give it a thumbs up.
and don't forget to subscribe down below to see more. Glad you got to see us again.
Bye.
Bye.